Question is what is home?
What does diaspora mean to you, and what constitutes home?
I mean, it's a difficult question because there's so many answers. I mean, each person you ask is going to have a different answer, and I think I think we're in a world right now that we're seeing more and more people who travel, who come from different places, who have different experiences, and our traditional notion of what home is no longer really is relevant, at least for people who are growing up now. Especially, I mean, I'm an old geezer, right, by comparison to people who are growing up now. I mean, like if you go on Twitch or TikTok or whatever, these people they're from places that maybe 5, 10 different places. They probably speak more languages than I know. So, coming from Hong Kong, I mean, I'm also a Hong Kong citizen, so I know a little bit about this, right? And I was born in Toronto, so I do have this sort of cross international identity. But I think more and more we're seeing that we have to carry our identity around with us wherever we are, and we need to take a stand and say this is our home. There are more and more regressive ideas and pressures that are telling us, this is not where you belong, this is not your home. And we need to be asking, instead of asking, what is your home? Where do you call home? We should be asking, who is interested in telling us where our home is and why? And the question is not as benign as we might think at first glance. I mean, we're seeing all kinds of regressive forces, even in Toronto, the most liberal, multicultural city in the world. And forces are just coming in closer and closer. And we need to be more and more adamant that this is our home. And if it's not, we're gonna take a stand and we'll fight for it. And we have to create identities that say, and a tradition that says this is our home. And if we don't do that, then we're in a very, very tiny fraction of history. This could be over in a blink of an eye. And it's not just here, it can be anywhere. For example, my first book is coming out in November again, as I might mention. Only $18, $20. You can find it. Okay, but that book is actually about China as well, but it's also about government and people who want to say where you belong and what your identity is and where your where you belong nationally. And it's about this story about, and in Taobao as well. I mean, there are forces coming from not just in the West, but elsewhere. And these forces can become very, very dangerous, not just to individuals, but on a broader scale.
Kathy, what about you? What's your feeling about the meaning of diaspora, both to you and in your work?